Hey, what is up? What is up? This is Sunny. Today's subject may be considered taboo by many, but what the hell? Let's just dive right in. Now, if you're below the age of 18, I highly encourage that you stay back and watch the whole session. It is definitely way more useful than clicking on I am above 18 on those pornographic sites. Trust me, I'll save you from a buttload of pain and wasted years, and you might just end up learning something about higher and holistic ways of achieving pleasure. So stay tuned till the end of the video. Now, I had posted something on my account yesterday. This was an excerpt from a study done in 2010, and I will just read this out for the benefit of those who may have not had a chance to go through my previous post. It was something like this. It said, "Why do 80% of women fake orgasms?" And that's what we'll explore right now. So let's move on to the statistic. It said 25% of women in this study, they faked it a whopping 90% of the time. The study, you can find this in the Archive of Sexual Behavior by Gail Brewer and Colin A. Henry. Moving on, it says 92% of those participants strongly felt fake orgasmic sounds boosted their partner's self-esteem. In fact, 87% of them reported to also using fake orgasmic sounds for the same purpose. So the question really is, why do women fake orgasms? Now, I've been getting a response across my different social media accounts, mostly from guys asking, but why? Why are they doing this? And some are in disbelief. And as a woman, perhaps you may also not be believing it, or you may believe it. For those of you who are the unbelievers here, I have a fun suggestion to make. Go on YouTube and check out this scene from Harry Met Sally where Meg Ryan gives a demo of her fake orgasms in a restaurant to her date. It's quite fun. Check it out. It might just cure your disbelief. Alright, so let's look at some reasons why women may be faking orgasms. As always, I would say I'm not covering all the reasons. I may not know all the reasons. I'm not a woman myself, so there's just no way for me to know all the reasons. But this is just based on my therapeutic experience as well as my own personal experience. Number one reason for why women fake orgasms could be lack of awareness. Lack of awareness about her own needs, about the energy dynamics between the masculine and the feminine, and of course, her anatomy. Believe it or not, a lot of women have no idea what their genitals look like. So, yeah, and so do men. We really don't know what it looks like. So, the point is, we may just lack awareness about these things. Number two, encouraging their partner. As the statistics shows, 87% do it to encourage their partner. Many women that I have worked with, they admit to doing it to encourage their partners. Some even think it's bad manners to not do it. So they want to be, nice to the men so that they don't have any performance anxiety or whatever that is. Number three, they have a problem receiving. That is a very serious reason for faking orgasm. And I want to talk a little bit more on this topic. In fact, men and women oftentimes misunderstand the idea of receiving. Receiving is looked upon as a more passive activity in sex, whereas it is far from it. Have you ever seen a cat or a dog receiving affection from their masters? Okay, I have 3 cats over here, and when I'm playing with my cats, they are fully active in receiving. They not only show through their response with their voice as well as with their body what they like, but they also communicate what they don't like. It's so receiving, really, just like for cats, for women as well as for men, women especially, is not a passive activity. Now, what that means is a lot of women are busy while they're receiving, thinking about how soon they can start giving. They want to kind of just match what the man is doing. They want to return the favor, so to speak, or tilt the balance, so to speak, whatever that is. But all of this thing is keeping them in their head instead of being more present to the experience of pleasure which is happening. Now, if that is happening and if you're in your head, there's no way out but to fake an orgasm and to wriggle out of that situation. Number 4 is fear. Now, fear can largely come from somatic pain. And when you have fear, it inhibits you from opening yourself up. And when you can't open up, you can't receive pleasure. You are not able to climax. You're not able to reach the orgasmic state. And again, to kind of just get out of that situation, fake orgasms. I want to also talk a little bit more on somatic pain. It is purely psychological, but it is felt at a physical level. People who have incidents with child abuse, their body learns to respond, you could say, involuntarily. Just like a runner has his muscles twitching when he runs for a long time, there's no control. The muscle starts twitching involuntarily. Similarly, people who have gone through certain states of trauma, certain parts of their body will just shut down. So some women feel that they just can't have penetrative sex because the vaginal muscles will just shut down completely and not allow them to have that experience. And when you dig down deeper, it often turns out to be some bit of somatic pain. So when that happens, they somehow fake an orgasm just to get out of that situation faster without having to talk about it, right? So number 5, trouble relaxing body and mind. Now, without generalizing too much, I would say a lot of men, if not all, are okay with their mind being somewhere else and they will still somehow be able to climax with genital orgasm. But women, in most cases, if their mind is somewhere else, if they're not relatively in the act, then they are not going to make it. And again, if they're not going to make it, they might as well just fake it and move along. So there you have it, 5 reasons that I have seen in my experience why women fake orgasms. Okay. Now, if you look at these reasons, they don't seem very positive, and that means these reasons have an impact on them. And the impact, of course, also translates to not very positive impact. So let's look at some of the impacts that women experience because of the fake orgasms. Number 1, it makes them cranky. Very, very cranky. Okay. Pleasure is a primal inherent need in human beings. Everybody from corporate honchos to media moguls know this principle and they exploit it to the hilt. They take full advantage of this. Think of all the times when you have shopped mindlessly just to feel good. Whereas the real reason perhaps was displeasure or lack of pleasure in this area, which you're just dealing with by faking the orgasm. Number 2, closed. Faking orgasms can keep women closed, which means that they tend to lean towards their masculine energy, which simply means that it inhibits the natural, radiant, feminine energy, thereby making them feel less powerful out in the world. Number 3, self-worth and self-confidence. Now, when she is pretending about a very primal, deep, inherent need, and she's pretending to move out of that need is not met, it creates a dichotomy inside her. Any dichotomy inside a person can create this massive wedge, and that impacts the self-confidence and self-worth and how she shows up. Number 4, it destroys intimacy. It affects the intimacy between her and her partner. It creates a distance because something is not truthful between them. Okay, it's based on a lie, and that affects the intimacy between them. Number 5, self-centered. Now, whether it is a man or a woman, if our basic needs, our primal needs are not met, well, we tend to become self-centered. Think of all the times when you've been generous to others, when you've been kind to others. It's because you are in a better place, your needs are met. And when you are in want, you are in the state of lack, it's very difficult not to be self-centered. So there you have it. It impacts them. It's not just all fun. It sounds fun. Watch that scene on YouTube. You will see why it sounds fun, but it's not always fun up here. Now, why am I talking about this as a therapist? Because I deal with this problem. Okay, and you could understand more about this by reading about it, by reading about somatic pain and so many other trauma aspects. So what I do in therapy is I help women experience states of orgasm while they're sitting in chair in a deep state of trance. Now most people find that they simply cannot believe this, because most people's association of orgasm is genital orgasm. It has to be either stimulated through touch or through actual sex, but they just can't believe that a person can have wave after wave of full body multiple orgasms countless times just by the power of their mind. And I not only give them that orgasmic experience, but I also train them to induce it on their own whenever they want it. Imagine having a skill like this in our world where we are bombarded with stress of all sorts in every area of our life. When a person goes through this experience within the first 2 hours of the session, it opens them up. Their somatic pain is taken care of by itself. Limiting beliefs are destroyed. We get to go deeper and really take out that trauma from the heart of this person that is sitting in the chair. So it gets very interesting. It is a lot of fun. And there you have it, on the topic of why a lot of women fake orgasms. If this made sense to you, please like, comment, share it with someone who might need it. And of course, feel free to drop me a message to talk about this. Thank you so much for watching and take care. Bye-bye.